Hey everybody, how we doing? All right, so I thought before we started our Pokemon White continuation, the continuation of our play, that we would rate um, all of the Gen 8 Pokemon so far. Thought that would be fun. It'll probably frustrate you guys. It'll be a good time. Okay. Yes, we can. Thank you to IGN. We can easily flip through a lot of these images. I can't see chat. I'm doing display capture right now, so if I show you chat, you'll just see yourselves. So we'll have to. I won't be able to respond to you. Know that at the moment. But I gotta say, I think the starters are all excellent, and I really mean excellent. And my cat is now on my lap. Hi, East. Hi, buddy. How are we doing? I really like all the starters. I'm gonna rate all the starters very highly because, and I'll tell you why. All of the starters exude a different type of personality, and so I think they cater to very different types of people. Like Grookey is a bro in the best possible way. Grookey just wants to hang out and be a friend. He doesn't get bothered by things, but he's there to support you, right? Huber picked Grookey. That makes sense. That tells you everything you need to know about Grookey. Tells you everything you need to know about Huber. Both wonderful things. Grookey is an easy 9. All right, Score Bunny. Score Bunny does never stops trying. Score Bunny's got spirit. Score Bunny is always happy. Score Bunny is incapable of seeing the bad side of life. He's got a lot of ambition, and he's always striving for more, and he always has energy all the time. Just very excited. Score Bunny's not my type of personality. It's not who I am, but I like him. I can respect him. Score Bunny's also a 9. I think the starters this generation are pretty exceptional. Sobble is just the best. Sobble is apprehensive about everything. Sobble is very sensitive. But that doesn't mean Sobble is worthless. Sobble cares. Sobble's out there and he's just trying his best. And I can relate to that. Very hard. It's weird when you look at a picture of an animated creature and you really do, you're not just saying it, like you really see yourself in it. It's I don't know. I don't know what that says about you, or I don't know what that says about Game Freak, but I see a lot of myself in Sobble. I have to pick Sobble. Hi, cat. But I don't necessarily think Sobble is like better than the other two starters. I think they're all strong in very completely different ways. So I'm also for that reason I'm also gonna give Sobble a 9. All right, who we got next? Okay. All right. Fuck. We're starting out strong. Look. What I think the name for a Pokemon also really impacts how much you enjoy it. And I don't think they could have come up with a better name other than Wooloo. The little tiny smile it has, the ponytails. This is a great Pokemon. But I think we also have to keep in mind that, I have an affinity for certain things. I like the cuter, fluffier Pokemon more than I like the different kind, like the hard edged edgelord Pokemon. That's just more my style. I don't. My heart kind of wants to give Wooloo a 10, but I think it's a 9. I don't necessarily think it is stronger than the other designs that we've covered so far. So I'm going to give Wooloo a 9 for now. Opinions all subject to change, by the way. Wooloo is a 9. Just look at it. All right. I forget this one's name. Chat, help me out. What's this one's name? I might forget some of the names. What's the... Gossifer. Gossifleur. Gossifleur. Does it say the names down here on the page? Yeah. Gossifleur is a grass-type Pokemon. This one's good. Not great. Why do we say that? Why do we say that? This, sometimes your heart just tells you that. I think maybe it's because cute flower-type Pokemon is not a new thing, right? And there's other Pokemon in this generation that you can say this about, but It's good, but Gossifleur is definitely a type of Pokemon I feel like we're already familiar with. And so it's fine. It gets the job done, but I don't think it's exceptional. I'm going to give Gossifleur a 6. This is the evolved form. This is Eidgas. Is that how you say that? I like Eidgas less than Gossifleur. The scrunched face, it's not bad. it's not the worst. I think once we get into the 4 territory, we say bad, right? I think this is average. We'll give this a 5. The scrunched face is a little bit weird. It's a cotton ball. It's okay. So Dreadnought is okay, but I'm not that big on Dreadnought. Dreadnought is very pointy, very angular. That's fine, but there's something about the design of his face. I feel like he belongs in a different monster game, almost. There are other Pokemon I feel like that look like Dreadnought, but there are sometimes I see Pokemon and it's like you feel like you belong somewhere else. And I feel like Dreadnought, well, not a bad design. I don't dislike Dreadnought. He feels a little bit out of place to me. There's something about his face that doesn't seem to gel very well with the rest of them. I'm going to give Dreadnought a 6. All right, Corviknight. So this is totally where bias is playing in. Looking at Corviknight, I don't like the... sometimes, like, Umbreon is a notable exception. I don't usually like the, like, oh, man, they're so edgy and cool type of Pokemon. It's just not my style. You know me, I like the cute, fluffy things. But as far as this type of design goes, I think Corviknight is very, very cool. I think the name is good for what it is. I think it sells the night aspect in kind of an elegant way without overdoing it. I think they could have tacked more things onto Corviknight that would have made him look gross. I think the Gigantamax version of Corviknight is really, really cool. I think Corviknight is really good. Even though he's not my style of Pokemon, I think he's really good. We're going to go 8 out of 10 for Corviknight. Yeah. You know, when I initially saw the Legendaries, Zacian here, when I initially saw the Legendaries, I was kind of hot on them. Not hot, but I didn't dislike them as much as other people, but looking at it now, just my gut reaction is it's just kind of lame. The design feels a little bit all over the place. I don't know if I like the coloring. The coloring doesn't really... It's just kind of an eyesore. It's just hard to look at. None of it is working. None of it is, like, meshing together very coherently in a way that I like. I really don't like Zacian, looking at him like this very much. I'm going to give Zacian a 4. I'm going to give Zacian a 4. Zamazenta... and again, like, I'm basing this off these pictures as well. You know, the in-game model might warrants a different rating. I think this is better. I think the colors are working better here. There's still a little bit too much. It's still a little ugly, but I think it's better. I'm going to give it a 5 instead of a 4. A little bit more cohesive. I mean, come on. Come on. Alcremie. Alright. So, cat, you are the neediest cat in the world, and I love you, but let's get down. Okay. Alcremie is a 10. I think that's pretty obvious. The fact that it turns into a layer cake, a Gigantamax, is wonderful. I don't know. Sometimes I just like when video games don't give a shit and they're just fun and fanciful and kind of eclectic, and just this little cute adorable creature made out of cream with strawberries on top of its head, that, I don't know, that gives me more hope for humanity, I guess. I like it. It doesn't... It is a monster design in the sense that it's not trying to be realistic. It's not trying to be anything other than we thought this was a great idea and we just kind of took that to its extreme. Really like Alcremie. I like what Alcremie represents. I think it's a 10. Roly-Poly's kind of boring. I don't think it's bad as far as rocks go, but it's kind of boring. I'm going to give Roly-Poly a 5. Yamper's pretty good, right? It comes down to the expression, the diamond twinkle in his eyes, that cute little butt. Ah, he's just somebody you want to take with you on your adventure, and that's nice when when I'm playing Pokemon and it's like, okay, just purely from a design standpoint, you've made me want to bring this guy along. You've made me want to put him, on my team or even just collect him. Like I feel a drive to do it just because of the way that you designed him. He's adorable. He looks friendly. Right. It's a corgi, but they do enough with it to kind of make it fit within Pokemon. We're gonna be generous, and we're gonna give Yamper a 10. That might go down to a 9, but we're feeling good today. Give Yamper a 9. Duraludon. All right. Duraludon, let's read Duraludon's description. This one I'm a little bit unsure on. Duraludon is a steel and dragon type alloy Pokemon with the light metal heavy metal ability. Because the metal is made of so light, it can move fairly quickly despite its bulky appearance. I think my problem with Duraludon is there's nothing that is really grabbing about him. I don't think he's bad. I think he's fine. I think he's an acceptable Pokemon. But there's nothing about him where it's like, oh, he looks really cool, or he's just selling this concept exceptionally well, or he's just irresistibly charming. There's really nothing that stands out about him to me, and so for that reason, I think I'm going to give him a 5. Impidimp. I like Impidimp. I do. He's a trickster, dark fairy type. I like trickster Pokemon. I like the aesthetic of just sticking your tongue out to the man kind of thing. I don't think he's amazing. I don't think he's 9 or 10 range. He's just kind of a quirky little goofball. He's okay. I think Impidimp is a really strong 7. I think Impidimp is a 7. And there we go. There's our ratings for the Pokemon. I think Impidimp is a great 7. Can you see the screen okay? We can get chat back. Do Meltan and Malmetal technically count? Sure. Well, do they? Do they count? As bottom screen slightly cut off, it might be. I don't think it is. It's just white right now, so we gotta load. No, we don't want to launch Seagear Communications. Let me know if you guys are getting audio from the 3DS as well. People think I'm using an emulator. They're like, Ben's trying to cover up the fact that he's using an emulator. I'm not. I'm not using an emulator. There's a Pokemon White cartridge in here on this 3DS capture unit. I promise. No audio? Rate the Switch Lite? My knee-jerk reaction to a rating of the Switch Lite is like a 6, but, I haven't gotten hands-on with it. Depends how good the D-pad is. Might bump up to a 7, depending on how good the D-pad is. Alright. We are not getting audio. Hold on. Way too loud. Yeah, I've noticed when I was watching the past Pokemon White stream, it was way, way, way too loud. There you go. Okay. Let's take a look at our Pokemon. It's been so long since I've played, I'm definitely going to need a refresher. Hola, Banking. Hey, Vonbon. What's up, man? Oh my god. Alright. Is there somebody around us that heals? I feel like there is. I think we gave Scraggy an 8 last time. That was too high. Scraggy's a 7. Scraggy's a 7. We were wrong. Yeah, it's a bummer when I have these long times off between breaks because I just, you just lose place and it takes you a while to get going, which is a bummer. But couldn't get away. Come on. How's the audio, everybody? We doing good? Scraggy gets a bonus point for attitude. Well, the animation is what we said. That was so good, and we weren't wrong for that. I don't think we have any revives, do we? We might. No. We are in desperate need of a Pokemon Center. We might just try to book it into the next spot. In fact, why don't we use Repel? How are we doing on cash as well? Yeah, we've got some Repels. We got 10 Repels, 100 steps. Let's go. Did you see the Pokemon anime had a tennis player as a guest on an episode? No, I didn't. I really want to watch the Pokemon anime. I've not been doing a great job of watching anime in general, but Sword and Shield coming. I used to, I mean, as a kid, I watched the Pokemon anime pretty religiously, but it's, other than, like, the beginning and a couple of the beginning movies, I really didn't watch the Pokemon anime. And I hear really good things about Sun and Moon. Yeah, Sun and Moon. There we go. So I should watch that. Okay, I don't know where we're going, so we'll just try to have to figure it out. Least favorite Pokemon? That's a good question. I have to think about it. I really don't like Seal. Like, Seal is definitely one of my least favorites. Seal is a 1 out of 10 Pokemon to me. I also really hate Zubat, but that's a common one that's hated. Hey, you asked, man. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't like Seal. Dugong's alright. We don't want to get in battles. We just want to, like, get to the next town. Hey, we did it. I see we have some Seal fans in chat. And that just proves the saying, like, every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Cyndaquil is the best Pokemon. Fight me, nerd. Cyndaquil's pretty good. Cyndaquil's pretty good. I'm still not, like, that into Typhlosion. I can respect that people like it. We're just where we were before. We're going the wrong way, but that's okay. We'll rest up and keep moving. Maybe stock up on items, too. That'd be good. Can you guys hear me okay? I noticed during the Pokemon streams, I tend to get more of a more intimate voice. I speak a little bit quieter. But let me know if my volume's alright. Kier92, subscribed for 9 months. Thank you. I wonder if anybody has unsubscribed from Twitch because of one of our Pokemon opinions. Mr. Mime is the worst. No, the Pokemon will change that. You know, I respect that opinion. I do. Like, I don't even really disagree. But I think Mr. Mime does the, like, it's just so bad it's good. Like, he's just such a creepy dude that I like him. We're going to the gym. What are we doing? Pokemon Center's over here. Who's so bad it's bad? P-Dove. P-Dove is so bad it's bad. There are times, and I haven't done it yet, but maybe I will before Sword and Shield. We'll have to see. Like, I'm kind of thinking about treating Pokemon like school. Like, just, like, having flashcards or something and just, like, drilling as many Pokemon names into my head as I can. I don't know. Maybe that's a miserable idea, but, like, just memorizing the type chart. I kind of, because I had that mentality with Pokemon as a kid. I would really just obsess over the Pokedex and drill things into my brain. A lot of that has been lost, unfortunately, but I had that mentality before. Does anybody study Pokemon in this chat room? I know people out in the world do it. You love all the bird types. You and Bloodworth would get along. I think Blood was like the first person I ever met that was like, bird flying for me all the way. Dragonite is a disappointment from the end of the Dratini line. Dragonite is just so different than the design of Dragonair and Dratini. But I like him. I think Puff the Magic Dragon is alright. Ben, please ban who? The Dragonite haters? If we need the one ground rule that we have to make, right? Okay, and everybody has to follow this. Everyone's Pokemon opinions are dumb. Every single one of us. And we have to embrace it. We all have to be dumb together. You can't get mad at somebody for their Pokemon opinion. You can't do it. You may want to. But you can't do it. That's the one rule you have to follow if you're here. The cat is playing with the blinds. So that's nice. Could you not, bud? Here, 1 second. I gotta open up the blinds for the cat. This is going to change the lighting a little bit, but we'll live. We need to buy some revives. How are we doing on potions? We can burn through money so quickly, and so we don't want to get too crazy. Sure. Revives are so expensive. Do we really need to spend money on this? Do we need to? Finding the right balance in any RPG on how much to spend. Like, you want to be prepared, but you don't want to be reckless. I actually really like... I hate when you're playing a game, and it's just like, you get so much money that it doesn't matter what you buy. Just like, you can just stock up on everything all the time because it's so easy to get money. And I feel like, so far in our Pokemon White playthrough, it's been nice. Like, you feel the pinch a little bit, which is good. Yeah, economy, Hubert cheers, exactly. Thanks for the stream, Ben. I'm gonna head out. See you guys later. Thank you, MBK. Always nice having you around, man. Do you guys have a favorite Gen 8 Mon so far? How much do you think prices need to be jacked up to support the rest of the Pokemon Center? Probably quite a bit. Right? It's like going to a movie and concessions are just so ridiculously overpriced. Your favorite Gen 8 is Roly-Coly. I'm sorry for the brutal takedown of Roly-Coly. I am curious to see what Roly-Coly is going to evolve into. Makes all the purchases pointless. You get too much money, might as well have a heal button. Oh, come on. In some other timeline, I played through Cyber Sleuth. Cyber Sleuth was fun. I enjoyed what I did play of it. How did we miss this? Burn here. I think it's good to know how many Pokemon in each area we need to catch. We didn't switch our dudes out. That's alright. Alcremie is now my everything. Yeah. Yeah, I think Alcremie is going to be very, very popular. Wasn't Kyle playing through Cyber Sleuth? Yeah, he did. He played through Cyber Sleuth. He did, he did. Alright, we're gonna try our goal for this stream. So we've been doing it a pretty poor job of it so far. Is getting all the types down. Alcremie being popular is funny when the literal foodmon and everyone hated the ice cream Pokemon for the same use. I don't hate the ice cream Pokemon. The keychain Pokemon I kind of understood the hate for, but the ice cream Pokemon I don't understand. We're gonna pull up a type chart here. Get this drilled into our brains. Delcos, you're 31 months, thank you. They're lactose intolerant. She's so happy just running around in a sandstorm. Just so carefree. We should be battling, we should be getting experience. Dugong doesn't need any more experience, so let's switch him out. I feel like our team is honestly kind of in shambles. Like, we need a better team than what we got. We're still early, so there's still plenty of time, but... Poob. We named him Poob. We should be getting him some more experience as well. And Monty should be getting some more experience. Monty should be up front. Monty's lagging behind. Does anybody actually fight wild Pokemon? The experience is so pitiful, I've never bothered. The way that I treat it, and this is probably not the right way to do it, why it takes me forever to get through Pokemon games, is because the way that I approach RPGs is like, if you don't run from battles, you usually are where you need to be at in terms of strength, or a little bit above. And then sometimes I'll go out of my way, well, oftentimes, especially now, I grind more now than I used to. But I think it's just a good rule of thumb to like not run away, and I kind of carry that mentality with me into Pokemon. Needlessly so, I'm sure, but it's a good mentality to adopt for RPGs in general. My travel partner is a Pokemon that a popular guidebook recommended. What? Well, I guess you are going on a journey. It makes sense then. I thought you were just like basing your love around the travel guidebook. Wish we had gotten. Pokemon always seem to me the trainers in actual battles. Sure, yeah. I don't think you're wrong, Cloudkit. I don't. Audino grounding. Yeah, Audino grounding as well. Actually, you know what? We can just get Poob some experience. We can just burn this Cottony down. The constant sandstorm during these wild fights is interesting. Alright. 65.95. Incinerate burns items, though. Probably won't be too much of an issue most of the time. Look. I feel like anytime an attack is over 80 in any RPG, it's just like upsetting when you miss. Like, it's gonna happen, of course it's gonna happen. It's still super upsetting. There we go. Grinding is like a cheat code that takes 3 hours. Well, I feel like cheat code, you cut out the work, right? So I don't feel like grinding is cheating. I think it's just a choice that you make. The guidebook does not tell me how to win. That was a good arc to that little trainer story. Where did you come from? Me? Well, if you can win, I'll tell you. You're a big fan of Gen 5 in all aspects. I really feel like I missed the boat, man. It's odd because, you know, looking at being super into Pokemon and then getting out of Pokemon and looking at it from an outside perspective, you always heard the narrative that, like, nothing changed or it wasn't good anymore or it had lost its magic, but I feel a lot of magic with Gen 5. Maybe a lot of that is coming from being a Relapse fan, but I think this is a legitimately good game that has a great pace to it, a decent challenge. There's just a lot of good here that I'm pretty impressed with. Ross, the base is 36 months. Thank you, man. And it's funny because, like, I did not feel that way with Gen 6. Like, I was so excited. I was so incredibly excited for Gen 6. And then I played Gen 6 and I was super bored. And, like, all the things that people were saying, I felt with Gen 6. I didn't even finish it just because I got bored. And I liked Gen 7 a lot more than Gen 6, but so far, I think Gen 5 is a little bit more interesting than Gen 7 was. Just in terms of challenge. Cheating was a weird way to word grinding. I guess it's just so minus that you might as well be given it, but it doesn't feel that good. Yeah, as an adult, and we mentioned this during the Tales stream, sometimes it's nice to just veg out and grind and, like, watch something or listen to something. So it kind of serves that purpose, but if you're only focusing on the grinding, yeah, it doesn't feel very good. For sure. You're more optimistic about Sword and Shield than you have in the past 2 gens. Is that because it's on Switch? The fun of traveling around the world is having serious battles with a lot of Pokemon I meet. You meet so many people in Pokemon that are so optimistic and just so, like, their lives are fulfilled, and whatever thing they're doing, it's enough for them. But then, every once in a while, you run into that person who's just, like, super dark or bummed out or something. It's nice. Get it, Monty. What's the strength on Mudslap? Terrible. It's just terrible. Diamond and Pearl are too dang slow. I have no experience with Gen 4. I've met people that swear by Gen 4. Best gen, love it to death. Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy the Pokemon streams a lot. I don't know how exciting they are to watch, because Pokemon games are slow, but like I wouldn't mind, at least right now I feel this way. It could change, but I wouldn't mind just like always having Pokemon as a stream game and then doing something else with it. And just going through different generations. Video just tweeted that the Switch Lite is 1080p. That's weird if true, right? I think that moves a needle on the interest. I totally think that moves a needle, and that is very weird. That is very, very weird. Weren't you involved in the Pokemon Book Club? I was. I was involved in the Pokemon Book Club, and I didn't. We were doing Gen 5, and I didn't finish it. But now we're making good on Gen 5. I was, yeah. The Discord Pokemon Book Club. Gen 7 also had lots of Gen 1 pandering. There's a lot of Gen 1 pandering all around, certainly. Yeah, it being 1080p, if true, is definitely moves the needle. Absolutely. Gen 1 pandering will level up that? No, because it's very effective. It's very effective. And I have to... It works on me. Like, when I saw the Alolan Pokemon in Gen 7, that was a huge deal to me. That took my Gen 7 hype to another level. Oh there, even in the middle of construction, a trainer will battle. What's the worst condition somebody would battle in? Gen 5 doesn't have that, though. Like, I really appreciate the confidence in being like, listen, it's all new Pokemon. We're doing our own thing. Enjoy it. I like that. I like that approach. I respect it. Black and White 2 mixes old Pokemon in and it still feels fresh because of the sheer number of options that you have. That's cool. Just beat Slay the Spire again. Love this game so much on Switch. Yeah, I haven't played a ton of Slay the Spire, but my experience with it both on PC and on Switch has been super fun. Actually played some Slay the Spire at E3, and that was great. Like, I just had my Switch with me and played some of it. I just wish Gen 5 delivered like 2 to 4 did design-wise. The gameplay is so good. Are the Gen 5 designs not as loved? I feel like our current team is not covering enough in bases with types. Ben, if you find a shiny, I'm going to be so pleased. When we streamed Let's Go, we got a shiny Beedrill. That was pretty cool. People were mad about that. I don't like Gen 5 designs because it feels like so many of them are bootleg versions of the original 151. That's an interesting comment. But when you get to the point, right, where you have as many Pokemon as Pokemon does, how much slack do you give them? Are you of the opinion that you don't give them very much slack at all? And it's like, hey, it's your job to make new and interesting designs? Or do you have some sympathy in being like, well, it's hard thinking up that many creatures. This was a terrible switch. Oh shit. Here, we'll potion up and we'll be fine. Man, we shouldn't have bought hyper potions. That was a waste of money. We can still get so much value out of super potions. That was a mistake. I mean, they'll be useful later, so it's not that big of a deal, but definitely not necessary at the moment. Gen 5 feels a little egregious because it tries so hard to replicate the Gen 1 archetypes. It does well with the constraint, but I still feel it. Don't do 151 if you don't have good ideas. Sure. Ben, would you ever give Joltik a shot despite it being spider-based? Yeah, definitely. Joltik doesn't bother me. If you're, like, it doesn't even really look like a spider, you know what I mean? It's just so colorful and fantastic that it has spider-like qualities, but it doesn't... It's so unrealistic that it doesn't strike fear into me the way that a real spider, real tarantula would. So yeah, I'm not against it. Not against Joltik in any way. Yeah, yeah, I agree with Garmore. It's adorable more than anything to me. I don't think there's really any Pokemon that frightens me. I suppose that's probably a pretty normal thing to say. But yeah, I don't think there's any Pokemon that frightens me. Oh, we got a road overhead. How are we doing on health? We'll keep Monty in that opening slot for right now. Female trainer in this game is the best design. I wouldn't mind, like, comparing all the trainers as well. Traveling backpacker meets a traveling trainer. I really like the Gen 7 trainer as well, but that gets weird because you can change their appearance to whatever you want to be. You can accessorize them. Pikachu's pretty scary. No. I think the last time I used a male trainer was Gen 2, when you had to. Other than that, female trainers all the way. Get him, Wholesome. Alright, so we can take Monty out of that opening spot now. I may have been traveling to meet you. Just kidding. I really love the Pokeballs on the side of his backpack. That's a nice practical touch. I wonder what I would love, man. I would love the opportunity to interview an artist at Game Freak, or anybody from Game Freak, and just ask them about the design process for both characters in the world, how they come up with the region, all that stuff. Like, I could do an hour-long interview with somebody at Game Freak, just picking their brain, and I'm sure, I don't know, I'd be so into it. I'd be very excited to just ask their questions on how they come up with this stuff. When I look at the freeway, I feel exhilarated. I feel anger when I look at the freeway. So good on you, I guess. We already fought you. A battle is like a construction project. They're both a piece of cake for me. I don't know if there's a fossil Pokemon that I know of that I love. The fossil Pokemon have never been my favorite. I'm sure there are some that I'm not familiar with that I would love. The Helix fossil. Aerodactyl's rad. Yeah, I'm not that into Aerodactyl. I can't even really tell you why. I don't have a great reason for it. We didn't take much out of the opening spot. Yeah, I like Kabutops for sure. I'm not like crazy about Kabutops, but I think Kabutops is pretty rad. Anything that has dual blades for hands, right, is okay by me. Auroros. I think I'm familiar with Auroros. Let's take a look. Is today the day we fall in love with fossil Pokemon? Oh yeah, yeah. Auroros is my kind of Pokemon. What gen was this? Rock and Ice is a cool combination too. Gen 6. I think I've seen Auroros in game. Yeah, great design. Gen 6, that's the thing that's frustrating about Gen 6. I think Gen 6 has a lot of good designs. I don't know if this happened with you guys personally. I don't know what generation Pokemon hit you in your life, or like where Pokemon's popularity was when you first got into it. But something that I'm nostalgic for, that I really like, that I think is just so cool, is at the height of Pokemon felt like it was the only thing that I played for years. That wasn't strictly true. I did play other games, but it felt like the thing that just commanded so much of my time. And it was all we needed. Like, it was enough for everybody. Like, everybody was just satisfied with this one game for a very long period of time. World of Warcraft was like that as well. And I like that. Obviously, I can't do that now because of my job, which is not a complaint. That's a huge privilege. But it's cool when something is just so enthralling and so beloved by your group of friends that it can last you, longer than a couple of months. Ruins buried in the desert. It's like a grand adventure in a story. You've seen the Nintendo Switch Lite reveal. Yeah, we actually watched that at the very beginning of the stream. Desert Resort. Alright. We gotta switch out Monte. Pokemon Yellow was your first. Nice, nice. The cat is just like in the nook of the window. Going to see ruins. I'm afraid I might get lost in the desert. It's really big. Sometimes you run into Pokemon. Well, am I in trouble if I'm not strong? Here you can find the newly discovered entrance to the ruins if you go through the gate and just head straight. So this takes us to some resort, right? It's nicer than the average. Let's check out this resort. I do want to see what the other way is too, but... Do you think the Switch Lite would force companies' hands to put full games in the cart, or no? No, not necessarily. This resort is especially known for the Relic Castle. I'm a school kid, so I know this. Just like in caves, you can run into Pokemon almost anywhere in the desert. But they don't like hiding in the pale sand, so if you walk there, you won't have to worry about battling. Okay, good information. The new Switch light colors are pretty sexy. Yeah. What do we have a favorite? I imagine teal will be the favorite, but I'm curious what chat thinks. Okay, so it looks like we have more trainers up here. The yellow's good too. I'm not against the yellow. Is anyone super into the gray? Not the Pokemon gray one, the gray one. I don't hate it, but it's definitely my least favorite of the colors. You like the gray the most out of the three? Nice. Okay, what do we have this way? Did you see the Pokemon Sword and Shield light cover? It's its own special 3DS light, or not 3DS, Switch light, right? I would, that's the one I want. That's the one I want. If you come from Route 4, Nimbasa City is ahead. Should we do the resort or the city first? We can heal up at the city. Next, if you've come from Nimbasa City, Route 4 is ahead. Professor Juniper. Hello, Morello. Juniper is a great professor, by the way. Like, really good. Great design. Sharon, come here. Alessa called and was asking me about electric-type Pokemon, and I thought about you guys. That's why I wanted to see you. Ta-da! Freebies for free electric Pokemon! We need a great electric Pokemon. Since we boxed Blitzel. Here, Sharon. You too, Morella. Ultra Balls! Great. See a Pokemon that you want to have join you, be sure to use a good type of Pokeball. Yeah, I'm aware. Because this could be the first and last time you see that Pokemon. I know it might seem strange for me to say this, since I'm the one who asked you to complete the Pokedex, but please remember to enjoy your journey. I know it's a hard world, but try to enjoy it. I'm not saying you can just neglect the Pokedex, but you know that. Now, if you please excuse me, I have to go meet Bianca. I thought she was going to give us Electric-type Pokemon. That did not happen. We just got some Ultra Balls, which is okay. Ultra Balls are expensive. Seems that Professor gave us the Pokedex for a reason, to send us on a journey. At least that's what my mom told me. They wanted us to go out and see the world, so my mom, Bianca's mom, and your mom made a request to Professor Juniper. Morella, what should we do now? I think I'd like to show the professor my thanks by going to Route 4 and catching some Pokemon I haven't caught yet. Ben, you know that Phantom made a DNS server so you can get the Gen 5 events. One of those is Victini, and I recommend getting it. That's a great recommendation. How hard is that to set up? Look at the electric bulletin board to see what's happening in Nimbasa City. Looking at the bulletin board is like a cute, dumb thing. Heated tennis matches. Glowing basketball matches. The excitement awaits you at Small Court. Gonna go get some Z. See you later, chat. Thanks for the stream, Ben. Thank you, Lotus. Have a good sleep, man. New city hype. Let's try to get our bearings here. Oh, Team Plasma. Gramps, we know you run the daycare. How do we know? Because we're Team Plasma. We are taking Pokemon away from people. Since you work at the daycare, we figure you must have a lot of Pokemon. Hand them over. What kind of nonsense is this? strong-looking trainer. Please help me. Oh, we're gonna battle. If you're going to get in our way, we'll take your Pokemon too. Very easy. Black and White support 3S Wi-Fi settings. I will send you DNS info on Twitter. Thanks, man. Yeah, getting Victini would be cool. Celebi was a big one as a kid that I really, really wanted. I think I eventually went to an event and got a Celebi. I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was like at a Toys R Us or a GameStop or something, but I did eventually get one. Celebi was very hard to get, so was Deoxys. Never gotten a Deoxys. But yeah, Celebi was one I wanted for a long time. Mew was like the bane of my childhood, man. I did eventually get Mew, but I was like willing to do anything. I wanted a Mew so bad. Mew might be the Pokemon that I've wanted the most at a certain point in time. Like, it was just such an intensity that I wanted it. You can actually catch Deoxys as part of the Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire story. How dope would it be going into Gen 8? Obviously, you can't transfer all of them, right? But how dope would it be going into Gen 8? Having completed the Pokedex of every single generation. Like that, you are a champion. New Gen, new trainer, new legend to build. Yeah, I think it's so cool the different ways that people play Pokemon. You definitely fall into different buckets. Like, some people just want to play the story, and once they get through the story, you know, whatever Pokemon they have with them, great, they get attached to those Pokemon. But some people are really into the competitive aspect. Some people, collecting is their favorite thing. Collecting is my favorite thing. Your time to shine, Monty. You know, I like Trubbish. This little trash bag. An important question, who's your favorite new character of One Punch Man Season 2, and why is it Watchdog Man? Yeah, Watchdog Man's pretty good. Not new, technically, I guess, but very, very good. I mean, King is my favorite. And, you know, he's really coming to his own in Season 2, so I think it works. Yeah, we can't switch, otherwise they'll get poisoned. I might run out of Mud Slap here. We need a better ground move. Like, we need a stronger ground move. I don't think Wholesome knows any ground moves. I think he just knows Rock. Oh, I guess we're gonna break the seal. Has anyone been watching Dr. Stone? And is it any good? Because just visually it looks very good to me. It's good? Nice. Will we get a season finale, Easy to Like Anime, or season 2 deep dive? You'll definitely get a final episode of It's Easy to Like Anime for One Punch Man. I don't know if we would do a discussion just kind of on the whole series in general. That might be a little bit redundant, but yeah, you will definitely, at some point, I don't know when, get a finale for It's Easy to Like Anime. It's just we kind of want Hubert to be there for the last episode, you know? He's been part of the show for so much of it that it doesn't feel right not having him there. Fire Force, that's with the firefighters. Yeah. This went downhill fast, so I think we better... You've been mudslapped, man. We better run. Inside of the amusement park. Thank you so much. Please take this as a token of my gratitude. It's a brand new bike! Yes. Oh, getting the bike feels so good. Oh, hell yeah! Give me the bike. I have a daycare on Route 3. If you have any Pokemon you want me to raise, please drop them off. I just came to sightsee, but I got in a lot of trouble. Morella, know what? Bianca shows up out of nowhere. The professor told me Nimbasa City has a lot of things to see and do. The amusement park, big stadium, small court, and battle subway. Alright, we have a lot to check out here. We have a lot to check out. I'm going to see the Pokemon music. There's a Pokemon musical? Man, it'd be so cool if you could just sit in the audience and watch a Pokemon musical. It plays out. Rockstar style. You just sit down in a theater and watch it. I completely understand. My apologies. Oh, you don't need to be sorry. You didn't. That was not an offensive question. Just explaining. Alright, hit me with the bike theme. I could barely hear it. Pretty good. Pretty good. But I'm not sure if you would be in the know at this time, but Hugh would be missing from Easy Living. I totally understandable that you guys have questions about Hubert, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but I just don't know. I don't have any information, and you know he will be ready to do whatever when he's ready to do whatever. So I can't really answer any questions about Hubert at the moment. I'm sorry. I totally understand your curiosity. I get it. It's not coming from a bad place at all, but I just don't know. We got our Pokemon back to full health. We've got Poob up front, right? Cool. Well, let's explore Nimbasa City. Looks like there's a lot to see. Before we do that, we're going to do a research break. Should we throw on a trailer, though? My display capture is, like, actually working with OBS, so that's nice. What do we want to see? Any requests? We've got a Code Vein opening animation. I haven't seen that. Earth Defense Force 5 coming out on PC. Earth Defense Force 5 is very fun. You know what we should do? The type... We should do this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys don't know what's coming to you. You just don't know. I found it. You know some of those game songs that you hear all the time that you eventually get sick of because you hear them all the time? I'm not sick of the Pokemon Center music. It's timeless. That's a rare quality in music. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Alright. What's the hypest thing in Nimbasa City? We should probably just talk to everybody. My beauteous... When was the last time you heard the word beauteous? Mincino. I met it on Route 5. I'm pretty sure it will be popular in musicals. I love the people in town that trade you Pokemon. That's always so exciting, because, you know, Forever Alone, I don't get to trade with people all that much. I feel like I for the most part, this isn't strictly true, but for the most part, I just, like, the only times I get to trade are with the NPCs. So it's so nice to be like, oh, that's what that's like. Nimbasa City rocks. There was a guy who gave me an HM called Strength for free. He's somewhere near this Pokemon Center, so why don't you go look for him? Sure. "40 months of glorious spend more joy." Thank you for the 40 months, Ash. Very nice. Probably heard last heard beauteous and romantic era poetry. Yeah, I'm sure I've heard beauteous before, probably. Cannot recall where. As it happens, Nimbasa City is a major destination for Pokemon battles. Ooh, this music's boppin'. I think boppin' is a good word for it. There are Pokemon trainers in lots of these buildings. Okay, so do you get in fights in the city? Nani? Leisurely trips by train. Riding from Gear Station to Anvil Town feels a bit like a dream. People say shiny Pokemon look like they're gleaming when they come out of the grass. Shiny Krokorok. I wonder what colors they are. Isn't it like red and brown? Or red and black? The shiny. If I compared the glow of Nimbasa to something, it would be the sun. Yes, the sun. It inspires me to give you this. Yeah, there we go. That's why we talk to everybody. We get free shit. Sunstone. I'm gonna put the Sunstone in the items case. Sunstones are stones that make certain Pokemon evolve. Yes. I gave it to Petilo as a present. We have a Petilo. Let's look at Sunstone evolutions for Gen 5. Katni and Petilo. Yeah. Ooh, Lily Gant looks great. You look great. Oh, hell yeah. Cute little flower Pokemon. Just remember once you evolve stone Pokemon, they don't learn moves by the level up anymore. Yeah, and that's gonna matter if we have them on our team, but if we're just collecting them, it's not too big a deal. Shouldn't be too bad. Have you ever found random shinies, Ben? So I'll tell you a story. So we found a shiny Beedrill in one of our Pokemon Let's Go streams, and you can go and you can see that. But I feel like I was playing Pokemon as a kid, and like what generation were shinies introduced? Was it Gen 2? I don't know, chat will tell me. 2? Yeah, okay, Gen 2, there we go. So I think I was playing Gen 2 as a kid, and like, for some reason, I just didn't understand what shinies were. And I think I thought something was wrong with my game. I just remember this day where I was playing, and the Pokemon seemed off color, and I didn't understand why. I just didn't know, and it freaked out is probably too strong a language, but it was like, why is this happening? I thought something was wrong at the time. Yeah. It only happened once. It wasn't like a constant thing, but I wonder if it was like during Crystal or something. It was a very long time ago, and memory's super hazy on it, but yeah. If you love your Pokemon, even if it changes appearance, you'll stay connected with your Pokemon. Yeah, thank you. When a Pokemon evolves, it gets stronger and its appearance changes significantly. A Pokemon that you keep from evolving will learn moves more quickly. Yeah, it's just what Emblem was saying. I'm not really up on shiny. I don't do shiny hunting. Do you guys have a favorite shiny? I feel like I've asked this before. There are some shinies I just don't like. Shiny Staryu. Shiny Growlithe is a 10. You've seen the musical? My own Pokemon up on the stage. That is an indescribably moving experience. Castelia City is in the heart of the business. Is the heart of business. Nimbasa City is the heart of leisure. Various people in Pokemon gather all over Unova, and the region is becoming more and more lively. You experience feeling like a powerful man. I'm getting called out here. Oh, all right, there we go. You experience feeling like a powerful man. I dare you to shout that at somebody on the street. Pokemon that can use strength can push a big rock even when it is not fighting. If you want to push some rocks around, go to Route 16. Thump thump! Were they trying to, like, provide sound for a chest beating, or did he just say thump thump? Because him just saying thump thump is way funnier. Shout at them and hand them a CD. When was the last time you listened to a CD? My god. I guess for me it wasn't that long ago. Somebody sent us some Nightwish. I think I listened to a little bit of the Nightwish CD. That was a couple months ago. It's not that long, actually. A sports game, like basketball or football, starts at a certain time every day. That's a big stadium! Small court and big stadium. Yesterday, damn. What did you listen to? Oh my. Your Darakuma. Darakuma. Monokuma. My Danganronpa is creeping in. Your Darumaka seems to like you. That's so nice to see. It makes me want to give you this. Soothe Ball. If a Pokemon holds a Soothe... Oh, it's not a Soothe Ball. Soothe Bell. Will become more friendly to you. Nice. In the small court, you can find games of basketball and tennis. Thanks. Every time I go out, basically, I still play CDs in my car. Nice. CDs still getting used. I signed up for Apple Music a few years ago and haven't really looked back. I still think iTunes is hot garbage, but you kind of just get everything you need to make it work. What is this place? I will judge your battles in a battle test. What would you like to do? Why? You will take a battle test using 3 Pokemon for singles battles and 4 Pokemon for doubles battles. You may not use duplicate Pokemon or headliners. For these battles, all Pokemon will be set to level. This is intense shit. We're like, my Pokemon are like, a lot of them are less than level 20. You will battle against 5 trainers in a row. I will be your judge. What would you like to do? Is there a reason to do this? Let's see you again. My car only has a CD player, no aux port, and no tape deck, so I still listen to a lot of CDs. Oh, I hear ya. For a long time, my car only had a cassette player, and so I would buy this. There's this like adapter you can get. It's a cassette tape, but then it plugs into your phone, and you can play music from your phone through the adapter. I used that for years. Years and years. What's this place? Battle Subway, Battle and Ride. I won, then I lost. Gear Station has trains where you can battle other trainers. The Battle Subway. You're a trainer, aren't you? Please just accept this without a word. Okay. Merle obtained a versus recorder. key items case. If you reverse the recorder, you can record battles with friends or in the battle subway. Anyway, this woman of mystery will go somewhere. That's right. She'll go to the Battle Institute. When was the last time you played a PC game from a CD or DVD? It's hard to know if we want to be doing things like the challenge or the battle subway now, or if we want to save that for later. Nimbasa's Pokemon Gym is the amusement park. That's cool. No doubt it has a surprising gimmick. Amusement parks still great. You booted up Oregon Trail 5th edition last year. Bioshock Infinite. I'm trying to think of the last one that I did off like CD or DVD. I don't know. Ferris wheel. I love the Ferris wheel. Oh, this is the musical. Oh, Marilla. Are you interested in musicals? Then let's go in together. Amazing, isn't it? The idea of this is pretty exciting. I hope the implementation pays off. Hello, you two. How do you do? I'm the owner of this theater. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, I must say that you two seem like phenomenal trainers. What do we have here? We use props to make your Pokemon fashionable and glamorous. Do you want to join in and play dress up? To get you started, here's a prop case. Morella put the prop case in the key items case. First off, you need to pick a Pokemon. Alright, who are we dressing up? I like different options for different reasons. Monty? I like you coming out the gate with it. We don't have Scraggy in our party. I think Deep Throw would be very funny. Wholesome is very ridiculous. I kind of want to dress up Pooh. I mean, we could try different ones. Let's see what it's like to dress Wholesome up. Okay. Stylist time. This skirt is bigger than you are. Wait, what? No, we weren't supposed to hit okay there. We just crushed Wholesome's dreams by not dressing him up. Pokemon outfits and glamours. Ben has arrived at the true end game. Alright, we're gonna give Wholesome another chance here. What? Exciting Nimbasa. I have no idea what the hell this is. Welcome to the musical. I'm very pleased with your participation. Participants for this musical are... Segli will participate with Rush. Telgin will participate with Panny. Rose will participate with Sags. Morella will participate with Wholesome. And the show you'll be performing is an exciting Nimbasa. That is a popular show among boys. Without further ado, let's play Dress Up! Okay. It like won't go on him. That looks terrible. This touchscreen is like a little finicky. Oh, okay. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It makes his hole look like a mouth, which is interesting. Come on. Can I not? There we go. Oh no, the bow and the glasses is too much. I think we gotta make a choice here. I think Wholesome gets like one prop. Maybe we can do a hat. Oh yeah, we can do a hat. No, yeah, it'll only go to the side of his head there. Giving him an umbrella. Can he do it? Can he do an umbrella? I don't think he can. Like, it's not going on at all. Looks like Mr. Potato Head. It does look like Mr. Potato Head. You're not wrong. Hi. Hi, other cat. Yeah, I like it. I think Wholesome's gonna do great things. I guess everyone is ready. Let's go up on stage. Alright, this is pretty cool. What is going on with Scraggy? Whoever dressed Scraggy up has no idea what they're doing. We, of course, crushed it. Pansage looking fly. Yeah, the Pansage looks really good. You're right. This is loved by boys. This is why they got the national dex. They're just rotating the sprite around. And I'm okay with it. Do we want to display this in the theater? Of course we do. That smiley face on her deer is like... bad? It was quite an interesting musical. I've received comments for you from the audience. Well, I am so pleased. I will give them to you in order. Oh, we're first. Morella's dress-up performance was very elegant. It was not highly noticeable, but I liked it. Keep it up. Telgin's dress-up performance was very cool. Watching your Pokemon's sharp moves, I also felt cool. I don't know if that's how that works. Segley's dress-up performance was very unique. That means bad. The Pokemon used props to convey such abundant expression, just as if they were actors. Rose's dress-up performance was very unique. Yeah. As if they were actors. You were cool, and then I felt cool. Thank you very much for participating in the musical today. Please join another musical again. Have a great day! Yeah, it was alright. Great work. I saw your Pokemon up there today. Overall, totally elegant. The quirky prop was a great accent. I noticed that your cool factor was a bit subdued today. Okay, I'm not going to lose. My cool factor is always subdued. Know what? When there are cute Pokemon, my eyes are glued to the stage. Originally, people performed in this musical theater. One time, a Pokemon wandered up on stage and started imitating the actors. Everybody thought it was sensational. Ta-da! Pokemon musical was born. If you are active in the musical, people will become your fans and give you props. I don't have any props, so I'll give you this instead. I'll give you a TM, echoed voice. Move echoed voice, the power is boosted more and more if you use it every turn. Sure, it's one of those. Having a group use it might work well. That's interesting. During dual battles. When you play dress up, matching the show you're performing in is important. If it's a good match, you can win the hearts of the audience. You'll be sure to attract attention. If you're going to get on stage, it's a waste if you don't stand out. Pokemon Ops each have their own image. Cool, cute, elegant, or quirky. Before you play dress up, take a moment to think about the image you prefer. We really want you to participate in the musical. I apologize in advance if any of our props don't suit some kinds of Pokemon. Pokemon are individuals after all. Sure. Oh, cool! You could come check in on your photo. That's a nice touch. Can we cut out the scrag? These props are just not working for me. Sweet. The seats are beyond this entrance, but I think you belong on the spectacular stage. Okay. Next time you go to a concert, one of the security guards is going to go, "What are you doing? What are you doing sitting down here amongst the others? You belong on the stage!" And it's going to change your life, chat. It is such a treat when trainers have played dress up with their Pokemon with such charming results. You never know when you're going to get a TM, just out of nowhere. I'm not trying to brag, but we're rather rich. When you say rich people, you think musical. It's a matter of taste, I guess. All right, nice little diversion. What's next? Daddy? I feel like Easy Alice has ruined Daddy for me. That was a weird thing to say. What are you doing here? I've come to take you back home, of course. Your mother told me that you made it all the way out here. Haven't you gone far enough? No way! I'm going to keep traveling with Morella and my Pokemon. Absolutely not. Others do things their way, and we do things ours. Is that so? Then how about you do things your way, and I'll do things mine? Sweetie, you keep going on your travels. Yo! Hey, who do you think you are? This is a family matter. My name is Elisa. I'm this town's gym leader. I also happen to be a model. That's nice, Elisa. Elisa looks cool. I'll have to pull up some art for Elisa. You know, there are many people in this world. There are people whose ways of thinking may be completely different from yours. Sometimes this means you may get hurt. Facts. Of course. That's exactly right. It's because I'm worried about that. But it's important to keep trying to learn about the differences between yourself and others. To learn that being different is okay. And you shouldn't worry. Trainers always have Pokemon at their side. Don't Google Elisa. Nani. Pokemon are wonderful. It's not only how cute they can be, but also how much you can depend on them. Please. I know there's going to be painful stuff like you're worrying about. I know, really, I get it. But like, listen, Dad? There'll be tons of nice people too. Know what else? Since I've been traveling with Pokemon, I've already gotten tougher. I can totally tell. So please? I guess. If wanting to continue your journeys, selfishness on your part. Wanting to stop you is selfishness on mine. I'm surprised to find I'm the one being childish at my age. The gym leader's comments helped me to wake up. I'm sure it's better that you take the path you want to take now. I hope your journey will be fun. Bon voyage. Weird ending there, but alright. Morella, please take care of my little girl, okay? I'll come home after I find out what I really want to do. Bianca, main character. I'm sure he traveled as a trainer himself in the past. Being a parent must be hard. Did I meddle unnecessarily? You looked troubled, so I decided to chime in. By the way, if you're trainers, please stop by the Pokemon Gym. I'll teach you a little something about how tough a journey can get. She's so cool! Ha! I want to be a totally cool woman like Elsa. What a strange way to phrase that. I wonder how I'll get there. Well, before that, I guess I need to discover what I really want to do. See you later, Marilla. Alright. Against my better judgment, we're gonna Google Elsa. Elsa Pokemon. No, this is fine. She's very cool, by the way. That hairpiece is wild. I like it. Elsa's awesome. I can see... Alright, now that I clicked on images, I see why maybe you would say that. But it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as it could be. This image is great. Yeah, very cool. Elsa's awesome. She gets a new design in black and white too. I don't think I saw the black and white 2 image. Maybe it's here, but we won't look too hard. Try to keep it somewhat fresh in black and white 2. Elsa's very popular. Yeah, that makes sense. I had an inkling of that pretty quickly. Alright, looks like she's an electric type trainer though. So that's gonna be something. Monty's gonna do work. Roggen Roll is gonna do work. I think I saw like a little bit of a coat emblem, but I don't think I saw the full thing, so we should be okay. Coming to flashy Nimbasa City makes me feel light and happy, as if I were holding an air balloon. We athletes and our Pokemon show excellent teamwork. You can see it at a big stadium! It's small court, so please stop by. I thought you were just saying it for lewdness. It makes sense that you... I thought you might be saying it for spoilers, but that's not what I immediately jumped to. I thought you were referring to lewdness. Is this big stadium or small court? Rock is neutral? We gotta use ground then. We gotta use Monty. Correct in the type guess. It was from Google Images. I saw that she had electric Pokemon. I'm raising the same Pokemon as my favorite athlete's Pokemon. Well, aren't you special? Yeah, I'm an infielder. I hurt my hand, so I can't write an autograph. Sorry. Say, how did you sign your trainer card? Of course, your mind immediately jumps to the lewd and spam. I think that's more of a reflection on you guys. But sure. When I throw a Pokeball, I copy the form of a pitcher. You sure look up to athletes when you're a kid. I looked up to Michael Jordan. I'm a little bit strong. I will work out. Okay, we're fighting. We're fighting. Okay, we should get, if Monty's gonna be useful, we should get him even more experience. We should pump him up. Nice sideburns in the field reference. I googled anything Pokemon and got pictures of people holding hands. 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Remember, holding hands is the lewdest thing you can do. Monty might not be as useful as you think. When do we learn not garbage moves for Monty? Because Duat is not going to be useful at all. Alright, let's take a look at you. Ooh, we learned dig at 19. That's nice. That's nice. Dig will be nice. Do-what would be very useful here. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna use do-what here. I'm just saying for the gym leader of this place. I just want to get some experience on Monty. If you come back here different days of the week, they'll be playing different sports with different triggers. What? That's really cool, M-Bun. I'm glad you told me that. That's a really neat touch. That's why they make the big bucks, the Pokemon. They do stuff like that. That's really cool. I'm gonna switch to Poob. What did I give Drillbur initially? I think Jardakuno, I think you were the one writing it down. What did I give Drillbur? Drillbur's growing on me quite a bit. I think Drillbur's like maybe an 8? Maybe 8's too high. Excited for Space Jam 2? I didn't know Space Jam 2 was a thing. I really liked Space Jam 1 a lot. I've seen Space Jam 1 many times. I don't know how many exactly, but I've definitely seen it multiple times. Bill Murray, man. Yeah, I didn't know Space Jam 2 was a thing. Or maybe I did and then forgot. It must have been kicking around for a while. Space Jam 2. Who's in Space Jam 2? It's upcoming 2021. Kobe's in it? Or not Kobe, LeBron James. Huh. Bullets Chase, thank you for 3 months. Alright, what does Facade do? An attack move that doubles its power if the user is poisoned, burned, or has paralysis. Okay. It's 70 on its own, which isn't bad. It's not bad. I think we'll get rid of Incinerate. I just don't think burning up the berry is compelling enough. You gave Drillbur a 9. Drillbur, that's too high. That's way too high. Drillbur's 9 is too high. Only MJ and LeBron are worthy. Yeah, I don't know shit about basketball, man. I don't. I liked Michael Jordan as a kid. That's all I can tell you. Hey, Monty, get that experience. Yeah, you want to learn dig. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Absolutely, we can get rid of that. Someday it'd be fun to like watch competitive Pokemon with you guys. I don't think I'm at a point where like it'd be that meaningful, but someday if we get to that point, it'd be fun to watch competitive Pokemon with you guys. I don't know if you enjoy that even. What rating should we use for Drillbur now? A good question. Let's do 7 for Drillbur. Drillbur is a blue-collar Pokemon. Sure. I think that's fair. Pokemon Showdown community battles. Oh yeah, community battles would be great. We are a long way from that, but I think Sword and Shield, that's the time. That's the time. Not really into competitive, but I'm into shiny hunting. How many shinies do you have? People who get full Pokedex shinies are legends. That's what they are. The other guys do a Let's Go stream weekly. Giant Bomb, right? Jan does that. That's really jolly. It's nice to see Jan work through... Yeah, you say that. It's nice to see Jan walk through why he's making certain decisions and stuff, playing his viewers online. It's a fun idea if you guys wish to get big into Sword and Shield. That's cool. I feel like I've started watching that series a couple of times, but I haven't really... I was clicked off of it. But I should give it another shot. I just signed back up for Giant Bomb Premium, so I should do that. We don't have a Panseer rating? I think Panseer is also a 7. I think that whole Pan line is like a 7. That might be different than what I've given Panflon and Pansage. I probably like Pansage the best. Problem with the Pokemon ratings. But the burden is unfortunately on you, Chad, is they're going to change all the time. You have too many shinies? Respect, man. I admire that dedication. I don't have time for full decks of shiny because I don't use any of the methods to increase the chances. I prefer hardcore full odds. Interesting. They're all 6, but Pansage is a 9. Yeah, Pansage is probably my favorite of the list. We'll go back to Big Stadium. This is a great experience. I wonder what level we need to be for this gym. I imagine, like, around low 20s, you're probably okay. For this gym, that would be my guess, but I'm not sure. We should probably train, by the way. Or not train, save. Save, we should save. High 20s, lower 30s? Alright, we got work to do. We still have the resort to check out too, by the way. Do any of you actively play the Pokemon trading card game? Out of curiosity. It might be worth going back and getting the XP share. Absolutely, Sinisters. I don't know where you get the XP share, though. Is it at the resort? This is a blind playthrough. I'm listening to chat, and like I'll look things up once in a while, but I don't really know what's coming. So mostly yes, I guess. I played the Game Boy Pokemon Trading Card game. Yes, that game is amazing. Everybody should play that game. Yeah, where is the EXP share? Let's check out this resort. Now you've got me curious. Castelia City, there's a building full of trainers to the left of the Pokemon Center. Was Castelia the city we were just in? Was it the last one? Or is it the one up ahead? It's the big city. Okay. So we should go back. We should get that. And then we'll do the resort. Okay. Let's try to stay on the pale sand. When you talked about the Sword and Shield controversy, one thing that came up was apparently town is Game Freak's current priority. I've heard that online, or read that online, rather. And that's odd to me considering the cash cow that Pokemon is. Not that I don't believe it, but I just find that an interesting decision from a business perspective. Don't believe it. Yeah, it sounds weird, right? Missing attacks. Okay, can't use the same. No. Torment is super annoying. Man, this bike makes things so much better! We're fast. I'm surprised that we missed this. I felt like we explored Castelia City pretty well, but we missed it. We'll go get the XP share. That'll definitely make our lives easier. It's kind of nice not having the XP share, but I don't know. Having it speed things along is okay too. Let's go to the Pokemon Center real quick. You can run faster this end than biking if you didn't know. That is good to know. It's just the biking is so much faster everywhere else. But yeah, we can unequip it when we're in the sand. I wonder when we're going to see more of town. Probably after Sword and Shield, right? I wonder when the next Direct is going to be. When is the Mario Kart Mobile out? I imagine they might have a Direct on that, right? When we'll see SMT5. I really think Tokyo Game Show is a possibility. Dr. Mario Mobile just self-dropped. Yeah, it released a day early, right? I was playing it last night. I played it for much longer than I intended to last night. It's alright. It definitely has an addicting quality to it. When people say Candy Crush clone, they're not really wrong, but it's alright. I think versus mode is cool. People complaining about the typical mobile game BS, though, are right to do so. It is definitely annoying. Mario Kart is already out, right? No, it was in beta. It was in beta. It's not officially out. I thought we came here. To this building. Apparently Teppen, Capcom mobile game was great. I've played some Teppen. It's alright. I like the art a lot. But as far as the actual game goes, I wasn't, like, in love with it. I need to play more, though. I haven't played that much of Teppen. The marketing campaign for Teppen was stupid. Yeah, it was kind of worrisome. People should know this must not be the right building, by the way. Oh, to the left of the Pokemon Center. I keep doing that. That is a dumb mistake. I keep mistaking gyms for Pokemon Centers. I just see the Pokeball and I'm like, oh, here we go. Alright. So the left of the Pokemon Center. Is it this building right here? Battle Company, yeah, of course. Hey, I bet there are trainers in the battle company. Speaking of Mario Kart, during frame trap, you seem to pass off Sonic Racing Transform? I don't remember passing it off. No, I don't. I didn't pass it off. I don't know what you mean. People who work in this building have Pokemon battles, not opinion battles. You appear to be strong, but if you go upstairs, please be extra careful. They should have Pokemon centers and gyms, or at least close to them. I don't see why not, right? Like, you're going to use them anyway. Why not make it more convenient? Every morning, my Pokemon wakes me with Wake Up Slap, and I always look like a wreck. But I appreciate its good intentions, so I'll work my hardest to provide for it today, as always. He's kind of just gave it a nod and moved on. Yeah, I don't think that's passing off. I think that it's just a conversation. Not passing it off. I promise. It is always funny when it happens. It's gonna happen. Like, it's a very natural thing. But when people are like, "You were like this," it's like, no, I don't feel that way. But it happens a lot, though. Welcome to the Battle Company. Since you are here, battle with me. I won't take no for an answer. You think Bethesda shifted hard enough to being open about patches and development with its first forays in an online game? Like, how dedicated ESO, Fallout 76, and even the mobile games, despite how good and bad some of said games are doing, it actually seems cool to me that just 4 years ago, you may not even see Bethesda devs at all, unless it's to reveal a new game and disappear into the night. Well, I think if you're making always online games, the need for communication is greater, obviously, so I think that's just a natural shift, but to say that I'm especially impressed with Bethesda's online efforts is not true. I don't think many of them are very good. I can't really speak to ESO though. I've played some ESO and it seemed cool. Like, everything I saw of that Fallout 76 Battle Royale, just... it did not inspire me to play, I guess, is the way to put it. Aren't you being too hard on me? You were the one that was saying, I will battle you and not take no for an answer. Nuclear Winter is really fun. I haven't played it, but yeah, just watching streams of it on Twitch, I was not impressed. Obviously, very different from playing, so I could end up loving it. Who knows? But yeah, I didn't like what I saw. Oh, a company tour or some Pokemon practice? Either way, I'm glad you can. I'm happy, so I'll give you these. Quick balls. I'm very happy, so I will give you another present. Thanks, man. Morel obtained timer balls. Wasn't really trying to critique the podcast, it was just my sentiment to say you should check out Sonic Transformed. Yeah, I feel like a long time ago, during the 360 days, I played a little bit of Sonic Transformed. I don't remember if I played All-Stars the first one. Not that much of it, but I've constantly heard good things about Transform. So yeah, I'm definitely down. And I really dig CTR, so more good kart racers would be fine. CTR is so much fun. I was not that impressed. I thought it was okay. I was not that impressed with Sonic Team Racing. Like, what we played of it is I feel all I need to play of Sonic Team Racing. Also, this is the one that came before Transform, so it's easy to get confused. I think I do get confused. They both have All-Stars in the title. Yeah, it's a weird, Sega and Sonic Racing All-Stars Transformed. That's a mouthful. That's alright. I feel like the stages are really cool. In one of them. Yeah, we should. That might be a fun. I say this all the time. That might be a fun stream game. I have it somewhere. I either have it on Steam or 360 or something. What has been your favorite review to do so far in my life? Favorite review. That's a really good question. I don't know. I think the ones where either I'm not expecting much and I end up really loving it probably end up being my favorite. I feel like that doesn't get to happen too much. Reviewing Shovel Knight was awesome. That's one that kind of jumps to mind. Oh, Jesus. Do what? Shovel Knight was a perfect length, and it was a beautiful game. I don't think the review that I did for it was exceptional, but it was a fun game to review. Persona 5 review, as much as I liked that review in a lot of ways, was stressful, man. Long RPG reviews are kind of stressful. It's not that I don't enjoy them. I do them a lot. But anytime you have long games like that, you just kind of feel the pinch of like, I need to get through this, but I also need to get it done, and it's stressful. We've got a cat that is fighting for my lap. Trying to think of other ones that were fun. Dark Souls 3 was pretty stressful in a lot of ways, but that was also exciting. I think it was the first review I did for Easy Allies, and it was cool being like, oh man, I still get to do reviews in this new way. And so there was just kind of an energy surrounding that review, you know. That was when I didn't know what would happen with Easy Allies, and so it was exciting in that sense. So that one sticks out, but I'm sure there's a ton I'm forgetting. The Metro Exodus review recently was a lot of fun. I feel like that didn't get that much attention, but Metro Exodus was a game that I was looking forward to, but I played it and I really loved it in a lot of ways, and it didn't take that long, and I felt like I knew exactly what I wanted to say about it, and so that was good. That was an enjoyable experience. Wish there was a way to auto-renew Prime subs to EZA. Well, thank you, Dust the Penetrator. Carmen of the Doomslayer. RPGs in general seem tough to review. They can be. Divinity Original Sin 2, which is an absolute phenomenal game, was a difficult review in a lot of ways. I need to get the game. I'd forgotten about it. Got with my new video card. Yeah. Liked Metro Exodus quite a bit. Devil May Cry 5 was a fun review. That was just it. That was my most anticipated game of the year, and that was just fun. I don't really get to review platformers very often, but I wouldn't mind reviewing another platformer. Buddy, what are you doing? You gotta figure out what you're doing. Trying to review a newer CD Projekt Red or Elder Scrolls game seems like an impossible task. How do you go about games that big? Well, I've never reviewed a CD Projekt Red or an Elder Scrolls game, but hope you get them early. You do the best you can, really. My goatee so far is still probably Sekiro, man. It's still Sekiro. Would you want to review Mario Maker 2 in place of Brandon? It's not that I wouldn't want to, it's just that I'm already doing other stuff. My plate is kind of full at the moment. I can't really take on other things beyond what I'm already reviewing. But I would love to. If I had nothing going on, I probably would. I'd probably just jump on it. Don needs to review Mario Maker 2. That would be great. I would really love to see what that review would look like if you did it. Sekiro over DMC5 is shocking to hear. Not something I expected. Adam, it's not something I expected. But Sekiro number 1, probably DMC5 number 2. I am better at Pokemon battles than I am at work. There's a lot of things where I don't know how to place. Like, I don't know how to place Bloodstained in my GOTY list. I don't know how to place Cadence of Hyrule in my GOTY list. There's things I don't know how to place. I wouldn't know where to place Crash Team Racing. I don't know. It'll be interesting finally formulating that top 10. Because with the top 10, like, there's always things that, for me at least, that I can't include that I want to include. Place Cadence at the top. I really like Cadence. It's not my favorite game of the year, but it's good. Fire Emblem is this month, yeah. Fire Emblem is the 26th, if I'm recalling correctly. Wake up, Pooh. Can we speed this along? No. Does Chisto? Yeah, here we go. Does it bother you not narrating your own review? Nice name, by the way. It used to super not. For a long time, I had the belief that, you know, Brandon, who has a wonderful voice and does a very good job of it, should be the one narrating the reviews. But I've seen a lot of conversations about reviewers narrating their own reviews, and I've kind of changed my opinion on it a little bit, especially after doing the Rondo of Blood Don't Skip. I think it would be good maybe for the allies to narrate a little bit more on their own, or at least experiment with it. And it's definitely something I'm thinking about. I wouldn't say it bothers me that I don't do it, but it's something I also want to try, I think, a little bit more as well. So, yeah. Ben, I watched your GT playthrough of Final Fantasy VII with Brad and Kyle. I was wondering if your opinions on Cloud's character has changed since then. I don't even... Well, what did I say? Tell me what I said during the GT stream, and I'll tell you if it's changed. Jones will not have it? No, I think he's open to it. We've talked about it before. He didn't seem especially resistant to it. You thought Jones reviewed everything. That's right, Jones does review everything. It's amazing how many games Jones reviews. Kobe Jones, recently he said he wants to be a voice. That's funny, because I definitely have had conversations with him about it. But that's fine. I don't even, like I said, it doesn't bother me, but I'll probably try it with other projects. It may not necessarily be reviews. We should stock up on status. Yes. You didn't seem to care for Cloud's transformation after his breakdown, but going on what you said about Final Fantasy VII's themes when Gerard was on, I was wondering if maybe now you like Cloud came out stronger after those identity issues. That's interesting, Darkblade. I can definitely see why I said I didn't like Cloud's transformation after his breakdown. I guess I'll have to see it in context again. I'd have to go through that transformation and see how he acts. I think maybe where I was coming from at the time is that they could have handled his, like, swing out of the breakdown a little bit better, where it feels like there's not enough of a transition from breakdown to stabilized anymore. I think maybe that's where I was coming from, but I think to be completely fair to it, I'd have to play it again. Because I think something with Final Fantasy VII, like a weakness of Final Fantasy VII, is I think a lot of its themes are very good, but it maybe doesn't give all of those themes enough time to develop, and sometimes those themes clash with each other. But Yeah, an interesting question, Darkblade. Really is. Thanks for answering, Ben. Love those GT discussions and love hearing your thoughts about it now. Yeah, for sure. I am really excited to see what they do with the 7th story and remake and how it hits me and how it affects me. They go to live stream and it's just sort of fixed, but I do really like that live stream thing. Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say, Dark Lord, is like, it felt like he just kind of got over it. Like it was just magically gone, and it was weird. But, oh no, 7 spoilers. You're right, Kamina. I should be respectful of that. Just having played it for like the first time, I like that part, but definitely see where you're coming from. I'm feeling a little too rushed. Yeah. Any chance of a future frame trap with Max the Top Final Fantasy VII Remake? I gotta be honest with you, Red Sky, I don't love those questions just because getting people on like that can be so tenuous, and so I don't want to say like, yeah, it could happen, because people take that a little bit too far, and then they're like, oh, it's definitely gonna happen. I don't know, is the real answer. It would be great if it did happen. Certainly not opposed, but I don't know. Yeah, it would be very cool. That'd be amazing. Max plus EZA equals Joe at 10%. I loved having Max on. That frame trap was a good time. He's very good at just having a nice casual conversation. It just sounds like confirmation. See, this is why we can't comment on this stuff. You guys take it too far. Oh, this music. Just because I'm a scientist, people think I am so serious. It was neat, but there's a bit of a Starstruck vibe, which is fine since he was really interesting to listen to. I didn't really think there was too much Starstruck. I mean, you know, I was the one in it, so it's gonna be, you tell me, but I felt like it was really pretty natural. I think we got into a flow really quickly. It wasn't, that's why I liked that episode too much. It wasn't awkward really, or uncomfortable, or too reverent. It just felt like friends talking, which is what was good. I really didn't get that sense in the middle of it. It felt pretty chill. Granted is also getting its rock. See, that's confusing. But we'll have to remember that. I've been meaning to ask, what did you think of Rune Factory 4? With your impressions got caught off when the internet ports. Yeah, I was really bummed about that, because I liked what I played of Rune Factory 4 quite a bit. And I'm not really that familiar with Rune Factory. But it was cool. I think the quick summation of those long impressions was Rune Factory is a game that doesn't take itself seriously in a very charming way. It's okay with being goofy. It's okay about having characters that are just like super lazy and playing it off as a joke. It has a very inviting, fun atmosphere about it that I really like. And despite doing a bunch of different things, despite like raising crops and going out on adventures and all of that stuff, it's all pretty intuitive. Which I think is important when you have a multifaceted game like that. So, yeah, I liked it. I didn't know really what to think, but I walked away liking it. Clerks exchange business cards. Trainers, of course, greet each other with a Pokemon paddle. How many spoilers are there in the Trails of Cold Steel 3 Easy A videos if I've only played the first game? They're there for sure, but it doesn't really spoil Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2, really. It just kind of talks about where the characters are now in Cold Steel 3. So if you don't want to know that, I wouldn't recommend watching. But it doesn't really ruin those games, I would say. Basculin. Basculin's new. I don't really like Basculin. I don't think I really like that combination of colors. I'm going to give Basculin a 5. Do we? 5 might even be too generous. Maybe we'll bump that down. We'll do a 4. Do a 4. It doesn't evolve? Oh man. Yeah, there's no hope for him. Fish Pokemon generally face an uphill battle. I don't think you're wrong. I really don't. But that's another thing I liked about Gerard being on the show, is that was really natural as well. And Roger's Base, I feel like a lot of the guests that we've had on recently, we've gotten along with pretty well. And that's certainly not always the case. Sometimes you just get people on and it's not really anybody's fault, but you just don't vibe with them. It just happens. But it's nice when it happens. This attack always results in critical hit. Okay. Because you always get the critical, is this better than sometimes lowering defense? Like, probably, right? I think we're gonna get rid of Rock Smash. You can lose Seismic Toss. Yeah, I guess my feeling with Seismic Toss is like it's just gonna keep getting better, but it is pretty worthless. We'll get rid of Seismic Toss. We'll follow the emblem. Will Shadowbringers have a shot at Easy A Goatee, or will not have enough allies played it? Or is it being expansion not counting? I don't doubt that Shadowbringers will come up. I don't think we traditionally count expansions for Game of the Year. I think that is that's just kind of a rule that we've always had. And that can change. We're totally open to changing rules. But I feel like traditionally expansions have not counted, so I don't think it would win Game of the Year just based on that alone. But as far as allies playing it, I mean, I'd still like to play it. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'd still like to play it, especially with the way people have been raving about it. I'd like to play it. And so that would be me and Brad and Damiani who would have played it. And that's more than you get for a lot of games, which isn't too bad. But I imagine it will come up in some way. Maybe not Game of the Year, but I imagine it'll come up in some way. Let's try out Stormthrow. So you're so insanely good for games like 2017 all over again? Yeah, I feel like 2017 and 2018 were both very, very good. And 2019. Okay, thanks, man. No problem, man, right? Yeah, just the gushing. The gushing that people have done about Shadowbringers, man. It's been nuts. Best expansion category, for sure. Yeah, best expansion / large DLC I think would be good. Best Final Fantasy. Yeah, people are throwing that around. That's crazy to me. And I like 14. But maybe it's true. Do critical hits bypass defense increases? I did not know that, if that's true. Literally just Monster Hunter versus Final Fantasy. Yeah, and that's... I feel like comparing something like Shadowbringers to Iceborne is so rough because I feel like they're accomplishing completely different things. And it would be hard... I mean, maybe there'll be a clear winner. Maybe one is just so flawed in some way that one is better to you, but just in terms of like the objective that they're trying to accomplish, it'd be hard to compare those games. And that always happens with Game of the Year. Where it can be, you run into instances where it's like, these are both good in completely different ways. How do we argue for which one is better? And it gets really annoying when that happens. I hate it. Yes, okay, so critical hits do bypass defense increases. That's really good. So Stormthrower is a pretty good move. They also temporarily negate offense decreases. That's strong. Holy shit, that's good information. Thank you, chat. $14 is global cooldown based, so it loses after Monster Hunter for me automatically. Yep, Deep Throw is carrying the entire team in his back right now. He is. He really is carrying the entire team. He just keeps getting dope-ass moves. That's a huge part of it. When will Breath of the Wild enter the Hall of Greats? Probably soon, in all honesty. I think it'll be really difficult to explain why Final Fantasy XIV is good to people that don't play. I agree with you in most sense. I think maybe from a gameplay perspective it might be difficult. But if the story is as good as people are saying, I think that might be an easier sell, a more universal sell. I think that might be the Kyle sell, as it were. Just because he cares about the story a lot. Thoughts on the seamless, endless flack Pokemon gets on every Twitter post about the National Dex? My thoughts are that, like all things, there's good and bad. And sometimes, like, Twitter is just shitty. Like, there's a lot of Twitter that's just... It's just not fun to engage with. And that's not to say that I don't think people should criticize Pokemon. I do. It's just sometimes the way discourse happens, not really just with Pokemon, with anything, just gets so tiring so quickly, like light speed tiring. And I think the way to handle Twitter is to not take it seriously at all. I think that's like the only way you have a chance of being happy with it. And even then, of course, I'm still raising Pokemon, because Pokemons are my friends for life. I thought we were going to battle. Maybe we already battled. I'm in charge of development! I'm going to give you this because you came here for a company tour. No, I just, like, beat up all your employees. It's okay to complain if this is important to them, but this whole controversy has gone way too far. Yeah, it's a hard thing to articulate, where it's like, yes, complain, but then you can take it too far. And sometimes it can be hard finding that line. If Pokemon holds a scope lens, it has a better chance to make a critical hit. Cool. What do we have Duat holding? Powers up Water Moose. We should probably keep that on him. We can give that to Deep Throw. Or maybe Monty. Monty, if we're going to be using him in the gym. What are your thoughts on Gigantamaxing in Sword and Shield? I like the question. So I really like that it changes Pokemon appearance because it just gives more value to the Pokemon in general, right? Like I think Alcremie is more exciting because it can turn into a giant cake. I think Corviknight is more exciting because through Gigantamax it can turn into a giant thing. But I can't comment on how it feels mechanically, right? Like I don't know how impactful it'll be mechanically, but I like the idea of making Pokemon more interesting than they originally were through a new mechanic. And so I like that. Whereas like Dynamax, it just makes them bigger, which is cool. Like that's not nothing. That is an effect. But I like that Gigantamax is more visually impactful, I guess. We don't really know how much they changed its stat ability yet, besides getting lots of AP. Yeah, exactly. I just don't know how mechanically it's going to end up. Megas felt pretty fresh, but every gimmick after hasn't been fun. Yeah, Z-moves, like, thinking about it now, like how little I care about Z-moves and how quickly they got boring. Like, visually, some of them were spectacular to watch visually, but just in the midst of a battle and how it affected the flow of battle, it wasn't that dramatic. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong on that. But, yeah. But visually, they were fun, for sure. Like, it was one of those things where you see it for the first time. That was a little bit exciting. But just the impact on the battle, not so much. What house are you going to be in Fire Emblem Three Houses? I'm going to be the Black Eagles. The Black Eagles, I guess, more accurately. Yeah. My work is a Pokemon battle. Is Ben streaming often twice a day? I usually stream. I have one long session once a week, quote unquote. But yeah, usually one long session on Wednesdays once a week. That's what I do. We really could go for a great electric Pokemon. Deep Throat just doesn't care. What a beast he is. Didn't Z-moves have a dance associated with them? They did. Can't believe his name is Deep Throat. It's not Deep Throat. It's Deep Throw. So wait, can we not use this because it was sealed? No. Do you have a favorite gym leader design so far in Sword and Shield? It's really hard, man, because much like the starters, I think all of the gym leaders are pretty fantastic. Like, I really like Nessa a lot, I really like Alistair a lot, I really like Bay a lot, I really like Milo a lot. If I had to pick one right now, it would probably be Nessa in terms of design. I think she's really cool. Yeah, I think I would probably pick Nessa, but I think the rest of them are not that far down. There's no gym leader design where I'm like, that's forgettable or whatever. They're all very distinct, and they all kind of very quickly make a mark on you. And they're hard to forget once you see them. Will the gym leader choice affect the version you get? Yeah, I think it will. I think it'll play a role. I'd like to play through both versions if I can, but I don't know. Yesterday I was thinking about doing one because of Alistair. Shield for Alistair, right? Doing Shield because of Alistair. But then I'm like, today I'm feeling Bea. So I don't know. But I think it will have an impact, for sure. Great to see you play Pokemon White against my favorite generation. Well, thanks, man. It's great to play with you guys. I wonder if Bea and Alistair are going to be the only exclusive gym leaders. I don't know if they've said. but that would be interesting. Let's wait till the third version to fight both in the same game. A good answer, Jardakuno, but I'm not going to be able to wait. But a reasonable answer nonetheless. Kyle should develop Pokemon. I think Kyle, I mean this is not a joke. I think Kyle would be an invaluable asset at Game Freak. I think he would do good things there. I mean that. I found a wonderful trainer. I will research you immediately. Rank the significance. I know they're very appreciated by the community, so saying they're underappreciated is not really fair, but just trainer designs are generally very good. Just generic trainers, there's a lot of great designs in multiple generations for the trainers. Give them some love. Most people read the one thing that's sadly improved from Gen is trainer designs. Yeah, they're quite strong. Still a Pokemon Gen I've never even played. Fun to watch it. Nice. I'm glad you're getting something out of it, man. I hope Town ends up being good. Yeah, the concept's great, right? I know Jones really liked it, but Fantasy Life for me was a game that was a great concept, but I found like the execution was a little bit disappointing. I don't know if you guys played Fantasy Life on the 3DS. Ben, you gave Mana an 8 originally, still holding up? Nah, man, I think, Jardakuno, I think we rated a bunch of them too highly. I think Mana is a 7. Could go back up. Not impossible, but I think we'll give Mana a 7. We won't go to, oops, we won't go to the Pokemon Center, but let's save in case something catastrophic happens. Love Fantasy Life, it felt like a mobile game with none of the bullshit. Don't you hate that feeling when you're playing a mobile game and you're like, this would be a really good game if all of this mobile nonsense didn't get in the way? Like, you see it, you see the design, it's there. The ideas are good, and it just gets in its own way. To help scientific progress, please lend me a hand. I'm like 85% on Astral Chain, I think. I have a voucher ready. If you're not 100% on Astral Chain, we do have to ban you. It's not personal. It's not against you. It's not that we don't like you, but you know, I don't make the rules. So it's been fun. It's been fun. You've been great to have around, but now you have to be banned. One of these days, we're actually gonna follow through with the joke ban. Don't worry, Stream Maker. I'm not really gonna ban anybody. It's happened. Wait, has anybody ever followed through on a joke ban? That seems like maybe something Kyle would do. Please use wholesome more and get some more attention. Sure, we could do that. What is he? Is he 17? He's lagging behind for sure. Because of me. He's lagging behind because of me. There was the time you timed out of Toshi. Yes, that was no one believes me. No one believes me, but that was a legitimate mistake. That was a mistake. I meant to time out somebody else, and then like I was like trying to tap it, and it hit a Toshi. Like, do you ever do that when you try to click something on Twitch and it just keeps scrolling, and so you hit the wrong thing? It's okay. I was about to take a break, then I met you. Hi, let's have Ben. Hello. Wait a minute. What? What the fuck is this name? Okay. Clerk, male, Wade. Clerk, the male symbol, and then Wade. Why would you do it like that? Why? Is there a female collection? Yeah, but I don't know. It's just funny. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like we're Prince. We're introducing them with symbols. It's not a big deal. I don't even mind. I just thought it was funny. The clerk formerly known as Wade. Yeah, M-Bun knows what I'm going for there. Yeah, Wholesome putting in work. Earning his keep there. Well done. Did I say M-Bun? I meant Wholesome. Wholesome is not or M-Bun's not a Pokemon. It's the end of the stream, man. It's that time. I could say anything. M-Bun's not a Pokemon that you know. That's true. That's true. Love the layout. Map is a nice touch on the left. Thank you, Luke. M-Bun is the best Pokemon. Who's your favorite Unova Pokemon so far? Good question. I'd have to pull up the list of ratings. Which we have somewhere. Really just like the Pokemon you're fighting right now. Yeah, I've definitely seen some hatred in this chat against the monkeys, for sure. There's only one 10 so far. I can't even remember the 10. Oshawott leaps to mind. I'm a sucker for water starters, though, as you can probably tell. Do you think you'll ever finish The Witcher 3? I don't know. I'd like to. I mean to. But, yeah, it's just been busy. There's just been non-stop games. And at this point, like, I put like 50, 60 hours into The Witcher 3, right? Put in a significant amount of time, but I feel like I'd have to start over, and so that... Whenever you put that much time in and then you start over, it's always kind of a mental hurdle to overcome. But I think that game is worthy of the praise that it gets and should be finished. I just hope someday I'll be able to get there. Oh, I don't know what Moobot was doing there, Chartakuna. You didn't do anything wrong. You were just giving me my ratings. So, disregard the Moobot. You're gonna have to ban the Moobot. Alright, what was the 10 that I gave? Duat. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Oshawott would probably be my favorite, but let's look at these. Man, I still kind of like Audino. 9 might be a little bit too high for Audino, but I still like Audino. Timber's really good, too. We gave Timber a 6? I like Timber. The more I see Timber, the more I like Timber. I think I might have gotten bullied in chat by that. But Timber's probably 7 or 8. Yeah, I like Timber. Upon this revisitation. But I think I'd give the crown to Oshawa. Yeah, chat sometimes influences you. Absolutely. You guys do have an impact. Without a doubt. Which is not good. It's not good. That's why it was good when we were rating the Sword and Shield Pokemon. No chat influence. Joltik will change your mind, inspires. I feel like I've seen Joltik before. Maybe I haven't. Well, you know what? Let's not Google it. We'll wait until we see it in the game. I guess I'm thinking of the Gen 2 spider. Let's give Sophie some experience. How many badges do you have right now? I think we have 3? I think we have 3 badges. Yes, 3. Fruits of my labor are finally realized by the man himself. Well, thank you so much for doing that, Jardicuno. For taking, like, the time to do that. It's nice to have that official log as we do that, as we do the journey. Sure. We'll do a takedown. Your speed Herdier is great. Whose fear is deep water? Is that Jones? I believe it's Jones, and then Ian doesn't like man-made structures in water. And then Huber doesn't like holes in faces. Which is understandable, really. And then I don't like tarantulas. Are those all the Easy Allies phobias? I guess Kyle doesn't like Mr. Mime. He hates mouths? I don't... Does Huber hate mouths? Oh, you're the Pokemon trainer I met at the entrance. You've come this far. That means you must be quite strong. Are you prepared to face the strongest person in this building? Are you prepared to face the Shaman? Then the time has come. I am the one. Except for chance. I just thought he was going to give it to me. Now I'm going to fight for it. Yeah, it's not. That's a hole in your face. Oh, I see what you're saying, Rockman. Hang out, Ben. Well, thanks, Scenario, for joining us. Nice milk tank. By the way. What type is Trubbish? Is Trubbish ground? Poison. That makes sense. That makes sense. Poison is fitting. Weak to ground and psychic. Okay. Well, Monty. Y'all ready for this? Dig is such an annoying move to fight against. Evolves into Garbodor, yes. Yes, I've heard much about Garbodor. I don't know why I said y'all ready for this. And Minicio, is Minicio just normal? Cool. Oh, nice. Chet's been like so chill. I say this a lot during the streams, but like Chet not always chill, and so I think it's nice calling out when you guys are just chill. Ben, thanks for giving me a Tractable Steel. Started the first one some days ago, and I'm really digging it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. That's awesome. How much does Rock Blast do? 25, but it hits multiple times. Yeah, we'll do it. The plooping sound. The plooping sound with the rock throw is pretty interesting. Wait, are there... May cause the target to flinch. Yeah. Alright. Tickle, thanks. I think it gets so annoying in Pokemon fights where they're not really like killing you. They're just debuffing you, and so they're just dragging out the fight. It can get agitating for sure. Ben, once Jones officially goes and leave, will he still voice all your videos, or will other allies get to voice their own reviews? As far as I know, he's still going to be voicing reviews, so I don't think that'll be an issue. Good question, though. Replace him with Kyle for a month. Kyle voicing reviews would be amazing, Josh. Cause like he wouldn't play it straight. He just wouldn't. I know he wouldn't. He wouldn't play it straight. There's no way. That would be hilarious, man. Him doing a Damiani review, especially, I think he would lead into it. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's not gonna happen, chat, but the idea of it is funny. Wow, you really cleaned me up. This old man's pretty jolly. This chairman. This chairman's dressed like a janitor. I disguise myself as a janitor because I like to know what kind of trainers come here. Well, there you go. I had a good time battling you. This is a token of my esteem. Please accept this. Ba-bam. Bet payoff. Kyle has to do VO for one of you. There you go. There you go. That's a good bet payoff. I wouldn't want him to do it if he didn't want to, though. I wouldn't want him to be uncomfortable. Pokemon holding an experience share gets some of the experience points from every battle, even if it's not involved. That's right. It may be useful for raising weak Pokemon. The thing that you have to keep in mind, as fun as it would be, a bunch of people... I think there are a lot of people out there that only watch our reviews, and so it might be confusing for them. Where it's like, hey... The holder gets a share of a battle. Oh, okay, so this is not a universal experience share. It's only for one. We'll give it to you. Awesome. Imagine the dislike ratio on a review. I think a lot of people would be into it, but it might be confusing for some people as well. Dark Coyote 7. Thank you for the 8 months. Was Gen 6 where it was universal experience share? I like the it just being one Pokemon that gets it. So Desert Resort, we're out of time, man. We can do Desert Resort next time. Not if Kyle does it jokingly and people don't realize. Could be true. This was a fun Pokemon session. Getting the experience share was valuable. I don't know what to think of this resort. Don't say anything. Don't ruin it. But I don't know what's really waiting for us. Which is cool. Running into that musical was cool. Fighting the baseball people was cool. When we go in there, there's going to be different trainers doing a different sport. That's neat. That's why they make the big bucks. Oh wait, it's you. It's the lady. Does she? Pokemon trainers in Route 4 show combinations of Pokemon, even during road construction. Okay, that was underwhelming. We still get in the fight. We should just run then if we're still gonna get in the fights. Monster MJ, I'm in love with EZA, love and respect, man. Thanks, Monster MJ. Always appreciate it, man. Appreciate the 27 months. There are parts of X and Y it's on a moon that rule, but so much of that just sucks. I would like to. I haven't played X and Y since it came out. I wouldn't mind revisiting it at some point. Chat, someday we'll have finished every game, every video game ever made. We'll have finished it. I'll be 99 years old, and on the last day, I'll see credits and then I'll die, saying I will have finished every game. That'll be it. No, that'll never happen. It's so sad. Alright. We're back in Nimbasa. There's still more stuff to check out in Nimbasa. We'll have to do the resort next time, too. This is a good stream. Really quickly, what do I think about the Switch Lite? Doesn't do a whole lot for me since it can't be docked, but I think it serves a purpose, right? I think a lot of kids will be getting that come holiday time. I think it's fine that they're doing it. I think the price is reasonable, and I like the colors. I don't think it's necessary or exciting in any way, but you know, I'm not against it. Do you think Joseph Mana will let Milo make an appearance on one of the Easy Living stream? I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. But I don't know. Alright, chat. It's been a fun day. I'm gonna have some food. Haven't eaten anything today, so we're gonna go get some food. Don't know what I'm gonna get, but we'll eat something. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you had fun. Try not to take as long of a break between streams this time. But yeah, enjoy your day. Go play some games. Go pet some cats. Whatever it is you do in your free time. Bye, everybody.